we're on top of the table. Hello there everyone, it is TIJ and welcome to episode 4 of the final season of our Football Manager 2018 adventure with Arsenal in a new era at the Emirates. And today we played two significant games in the progress of today's season. And the first one's against Paris Saint-Germain, away from home at the Parc des Princes. I've probably butchered that name, but who cares? And then we go back to the Emirates to play against Manchester United, which is kind of a top-of-the-table clash, but United's are in 5th. But as you can see, we are top of the table, and since you were last with me, we have had an absolutely tremendous running. So the last time you guys were with me was for the Burnley and Milan games. Since then, we've only had one loss. We beat Newcastle first off in the Premier League 3-1. That was a simple win. Then we beat Everton in the 4th round of the League Cup, and that took till extra time and penalties to win that one again. So it seems like the League Cup is one that we seem to be getting jinxed a little bit this season, but we've got through nonetheless. And we've actually got Charlton in the quarter-final of that. And apart from Liverpool, there aren't really many challenges left in this competition. There's ourselves, Liverpool, Bournemouth and Watford out of the Premier League teams. But Sunderland, Cardiff, Preston and Charlton make up the other 4 teams in that competition. Then we beat Leicester 1-0 in the Premier League. And then unfortunately we lost 1-0 to AC Milan in the Champions League. Our first loss ever since that Everton game back in September. And the first time we hadn't scored for a while. But it was a bit of a cagey affair, to be honest. But hopefully it doesn't affect us too much coming into this game against Paris Saint-Germain. Then we won against Bournemouth, and then we had a whopping result against Southampton with Welbeck scoring within 30 seconds, and as soon as Bertrand got sent off, it was really a rout, and we won 5-0. So that just shows that we've got the goal-scoring potential to do anything. Now, the permutation for today's Champions League match, because of the fact that Milan won against us, it opens the group up quite a bit, but actually, Milan have already played against Dynamo Kiev, and we play a bit later. So how did they get on? Can we have a look? 28th, there we go. They drew 1-1. So they drew 1 each, so if we win today, we qualify in first. If we lose today, then as long as we beat Kiev, we still qualify. So really, there's not too much riding on this game, but I'd like to qualify from this game nonetheless. So in today's game against PSG, then first off, we're going to be playing Leno in goal with Bellerin, Regardi, Matip and Kolasinac at the back. The real sort of consistent defence this season with Xhaka and Ramsey in the middle. We're actually going to take Xhaka out for Guendouzi. Just notice that Xhaka's got a high injury risk, so we don't want to risk that. Pardon the pun. And then we've got Robben and Hesse in the attacking midfield positions, but actually we will put Welbeck there instead. And we've got the 2 strikers up front, Aubameyang and Lacazette. Now, you might notice that we've been playing around with the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-2-2, but I think I'm going to set myself on the 4-2-2 now, just to get Aubameyang and Lacazette both in the game. So they're playing a 4-2-3-1 again, very threatening with Mbappe, Neymar and Cavani. I feel like there's a main missing from that, but still, very dangerous. They've got Di Maria on the bench. They've got Draxler on the bench. So a very dangerous squad, if I may say so myself. But what we want to do is just say to the lads, look, we can qualify for the first round of the qualifiers. The knockouts. So if we win here, we qualify. Simple as. There's not really much to do. We've only got to beat PSG to qualify, you know. Nothing going for it or anything. But I have to say, since you've last been with me, we have been doing fantastically. And there's not really been too much opposition, to be honest, to the way we've been playing. We've been playing very well, very fluid football. Seem to be getting the goals in, and as I always say, it can only go wrong from here. But hopefully, as long as we get a point against PSG, we pretty much qualify. In fact, yes, we get a point here. We do qualify against PSG, so that's lovely stuff. We'll qualify in at least second if we draw here, because Milan and PSG will play, so one of them could go on top of us, but not both, of course. And that was very nearly a good goal for Aubameyang. And if you remember, folks, the person who scored both of the goals back at the Emirates against PSG was Arjen Robben, who's taking the corner right now. So maybe Arjen Robben might come back in and score a few goals for us today. Who knows? But obviously this is a Sunday episode. If this is your first episode watching of the series, I really recommend you... Doesn't say recommend, I meant, to subscribe down below, because FM18 is coming very, very soon. It's pretty much 3 weeks maximum now that it's going to come out in the beta. And I'll be starting my series straight off from the beta, which will be Liverpool save, in which we'll try to conquer the Euro and win 5 different European leagues. So we'll be moving along and moving around the league, so it'll be all very exciting. So I recommend you subscribe, and of course for a bit more FM18 content before that goes away. There's not many people doing FM18 content now, so if you still want your Football Manager fill for a few weeks, I completely recommend you subscribe to the channel for 4 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. Right. Self-promotion done, let's get back into the game. Neymar Jr. on the ball now, up to Havertz. Could this be a goal for PSG? Havertz, but Matip gets it back, good stuff. And Matip's been very good for us this season, actually. I'm very pleased with him. I know we paid 40 million for him, but nonetheless, you know, we paid a good amount for him and he's filled in the gap that Mustafi left. So I'm very happy about that, but Marquinhos, very nearly gets a goal in. But that was a bit of a weird one from Leno there. He almost picked it up and then dropped it and then just booted it away. But I'm not going to complain. It could lead to a goal for us here. Aubameyang on the edge of the box puts it into Lacazette, and it's 1-0 to the Gunners here on their homeland, the French in Paris. And we are now with 12 points with PSG on 7, which actually means if PSG do not beat Milan, that they won't qualify from this Champions League group. And that's massive in just the context of the Champions League altogether. Group A looks fairly normal for who's going to go through. Group B, Anderlecht and Celtic going out again, not anything massive. Schalke's a pretty big one to go out, and to be fair, Man City could go out if they lose in the next game, so that's a bit of a culture shock, but Aubameyang is a bit of a daft shot there, just wide. Fair enough for going for the shot, the whole shoot on sight thing. Schalke are actually beating Man City, so if City lose their next game, they are out of the Champions League, so we might have City and PSG already out of the Champions League, which is absolutely crazy, but good for us at the same time. Rakitic out has been Spinazzola, that's the one. But I feel like we will win a trophy in some point this season. We've got our fingers in a lot of pies at the moment in terms of the Carabao Cup, the Champions League obviously, and the Premier League. And my real ambition is to win the Premier League, but I'd quite like to win the League Cup at the same time. We've only got 3 more games to play in that if we want to win that. We should beat Charlton on fingers crossed we should beat Charlton. And I reckon we've got a good chance of winning that competition. It's very nearly 2-0. Aubameyang just off the post there. I've talked a lot about Aubameyang's poor shot conversion in the past, and no change there, as you can see. Schalke now 2-0 up against Man City. So their role in the Champions League is going to get a little bit precarious potentially in the next game. Depends who they're playing the next game, whether it is the league leaders Juventus or whether it is the other club, who is Sparta Prague. But Sparta Prague, City or Schalke can all qualify, pardon me, out of that group. But Dynamo Kiev are out, obviously. So that's not brilliant for us, to be fair. You know, Dynamo Kiev are out, and obviously they've got nothing to lose now. So that could be a bit of a worry for them against us. But Aubameyang, ball wide of the mark. But actually, if we do seal this game, then we will, nonetheless, you know, my mouse is going a bit mad. It's a bit dodgy, my mouse. I don't know why it's doing this, but nonetheless. Verratti on the ball for PSG. Spinazzola on the right wing. Down to Neymar. Good pressure from Bellerin, but can't quite get it. Get Marco Verratti in the middle. Back to Spinazzola, where this movement all started. Now to Neymar. Come on, Guendouzi. Get on him. It's in the box, but Leno picks it up. Safe answer from Burnt Leno. That's absolutely fantastic. Leno has really come into his stride this year and hit his stride in the goal. We've had a lot of clean sheets, and I conceded 1 or so. And I've always said with this attacking mentality, if we're going to be scoring 2 or 3, which we have done in most games, it's very rare that teams are going to be scoring 2 or 3 against us. So that's my mentality, but we've got a secure defence at the same time. So that's good, which I'm quite happy with. But Cavani to Mbappe. Mbappe on the wing into Cavani, and it's 1-1. As I just say, we've got a secure defence. PSG level it up with an assist from Mbappe to Cavani, and that's now 1-1 in France. Let's just gloss over that ever happened, and let's try and get a goal back. Sparta Prague actually beating Juventus, which is interesting. Blimey. Sparta Prague could get back into their group, but let's not worry about their group. Let's focus on our game. Let's focus on just this game only. If we can get a goal, we're favourites to win. That's fair enough. Got 2 strikers out there. We've got Robben and Welbeck as well. So it's kind of like a 4-2-4, I suppose. Robben and Welbeck can score goals. You've seen Ramsey score the odd goal. Even Matip can score the odd goal. So we've got plenty of goal scorers in the squad. And we're nearly 50 minutes in here now. Come on. 11 shots we've had so far. 54% possession. It's looking good. It should be going in our favour, really. We're getting the best of this game at the moment, if you like. So, in theory, we should be going for this win. Got a highlight here, though. Robben holding up the play. Shifting his focus to the left. And just reading the bottom commentary, I'm going to be honest. Searches out Welbeck on the left wing. Oh, Marquinhos got the ball back. He lost out to Marquinhos. Passed the ball to Cavani and knocks the ball down to Cavani and does Mbappe. But we're going to try and not read the bottom. I remember when I did FM videos a long time ago, sort of like FM18. All I would literally do is sit in front of the camera and read. I would read the bottom bit, and there we go. He can't believe he missed that. He looks a bit little nervous out there, but it was kind of like squeaky 12-year-old me. So he's like, making tactical check. No, let's not get into that. 20 minutes left, though, here at the Parc des Princes. Is it Parc des Princes or Parc des Princes? I think Princes sounds a bit daft, so surely it can't be. We're going to bring Mkhitaryan and Hesse on now. I don't quite know what's going on with this mouse. It just needs a whack sometimes. So I probably will... No, not a whack, but, you know, you need to hiss it up against the desk a few times for it to be... No, I don't want to bring Lichtsteiner on. I want to bring Milner. Actually, we'll bring Torreira on because we want to attacking minded midfielder rather than a defensive one. So it would make sense to probably bring Traore on instead of Milner. There we go. I've banged it on camera. And we've probably just broken something. That's a bit better. That's lovely. But unfortunately, I think it's going to be a draw. So that means that we won't qualify from this match, which is a bit gutting. But we can at least say, well, we're going to go for it, obviously. But we can at least say that if we don't win, if we do draw here, that we're unbeaten against PSG in 2 games. And I'm more than happy with that. Obviously, it's the away leg as well, technically. So we're not really expected to win. We weren't expected to win the first game, arguably. So it's a good display from our lads. But unfortunately, on the day, I don't think that much could really have been done. But 1-1, we'll take that. And the next game is much trickier, I'd say, against Manchester United. I don't want to say they're a bogey team, but they're in 5th at the moment. So I don't know what I'm talking about, actually. Oh, they're not a bogey team. We can't disrespect United like that. It's a massive fixture at the end of the day. There's still 5 teams in this Premier League title chase. For some reason, Liverpool and Tottenham have had absolutely shocking starts again. And just to remind you, Liverpool and Tottenham both not in Europe this season. So technically, they should be the favourites for the title. But somehow, they're not doing anything. This is our first draw of the season, I believe it will be. We've played 15 or 16 games now. This is going to be our first draw of the season, unless anything happens in about 2 seconds. But I don't think it will. Rakitic will put it out, and it's all over here in France. And it's finished 1 each. A bit unfortunate, but yeah, we were unlucky. And that was the end of the day. You only have to see from the ratings that we did pretty well there. But anyway, onwards and upwards. We've qualified now for the first knockout round. Yeah, PSG can't finish first. But we've got, well, to finish first, we've got to then beat Dynamo Kiev. But we've qualified nonetheless, which is absolutely fantastic. Something that we potentially might not have been able to do in the Champions League so far. So I think that's pretty good. But anyway, onwards and upwards to the game at the Emirates against Manchester United. December, a month where title chances can potentially crumble. But hopefully that's not what we'll do this year. Please, don't bottle it, Arsenal. Right. One change since the last game against PSG. Granit Xhaka comes in for Ramsey, is a little bit tired. But apart from that, we keep with exactly the same team. But how scary does that Manchester United team look? Sanchez, Pogba, Higuain. Ooh, that's worrying. But we're on a good run. We're the best team in the league in theory at the moment because we have won all of our last games. I don't really care about Nathan Redmond, to be quite honest, being on the transfer list. Brendan Rodgers at Southampton. Blimey. But as you can see, the league table, Liverpool way off it and Tottenham way off it. So it's very much 5 teams that are pulling away, 31, 28, 28, 26 and 25. And then the next one is Liverpool. And it seems that Liverpool have just completely lost it. Arsene Wenger now in charge there. It seems very bizarre what's going on there. But United have only scored 15 so far this season, which is good for us, really. But then they've only conceded 7 at the same time. We've only conceded 10, but at the same time we've scored 29. Maybe helped by a few big performances there, you know, the likes of the 5-0 against Southampton. But nonetheless, can we win this game today? I wonder what we can do. Eric Bailly out. Good stuff from Matip right back into the box. And Lacazette shoots, and that's a goal. What an assist that is from Joel Matip. Brilliant vision there from Matip. He saw a bit of space, and apart from just playing some silly pass, if you look back at this, Welbeck, he put it in, and Bailly put it out. And straight away here, Matip thought, look, Lacazette can run into this space here. Let's whack it in. Bit of Route 1 football, straight to Lacazette. The defenders had no clue what he was doing. It was technically a volley. The ball hadn't even come down. Lacazette, what's the word? He made contact with the ball. There we go. And he put it in the back of the net. And that's an absolutely brilliant way to start. And it looks like Man United are going to crumble just like they did against West Ham in real life. That's just happened in my world. I have to say, it's a very, very, very bizarre result. And it looks like Mourinho will be going before long because, well, they're not doing well to say the least. Guendouzi has a shot, and Reggani's put it in the back of the net. Now, is that one offside? It must be. The goal isn't going to stand, but I'll tell you what, that must be close. Let's have a look. Robben, put it to Guendouzi. They put it in. I suppose it's when the ball's played, but that was offside, to be fair, when the ball was played. But after the ball was played, the players came back out. It's a bit of a shame. But nonetheless, we're 1-0 up here at the Emirates. Again, Regani offside there, which is a bit unfortunate. But nonetheless, put it in the back of the net twice. So I feel like we can definitely do it again if needs be. But Aubameyang having a bad game, to be honest, today. So we're going to bring him off nice and early. Switch him to Welbeck, so Welbeck can play there. And we'll put Hesse in that position because he seems to be very good off the bench, does Hesse. I've noticed that. He's a bit weak when he plays full games. When he comes off the bench, he can just do something magical. As proven, who did he score 2 against? It was against Spurs. He came on in the 60th minute and scored 2. And Sanchez very nearly coming back for the second time to haunt us with that shot, but it's just off the post, luckily for us. And we're 55 minutes in here, and we're winning at the moment against United, which is exactly what we need to try and propel us. 5 points clear, which is an absolutely fantastic achievement. And this is the first time I've seen, obviously, in the save that we are on the top of the table. I mean, this time last year, you can't forget, I mean, we were about 5th or 6th, and we were being threatened with our job. But a year later, it's proved to be very well. But a lovely cross from Bellerin. Hesse. Wow. I thought that De Gea might have got a bit of a touch on that then, but unfortunately for us he didn't. But Hesse, good header, good vision there. We've had nearly 20 shots now. 19 shots, but the shot count doesn't matter. What matters is the goal count. Bit of a weird free kick there from Matic. Straight to Bellerin. We've got some counter-attacking going on now. Welbeck runs in. He has a shot, but it's straight to David De Gea. Just over 20 minutes left then here. What can we do? Can we get another goal? I'd like to get another goal. But before long, we might have to make another substitution. Man United have made all those substitutions now. Juan Mata comes on the pitch with Mustafi coming on. Our former player, of course. Alan Hansen on the bench, is that? Oh, no. Andre Harrison. Andre Hansen, even. Not Andre Harrison. Andre Hansen. God knows. What a weird one. What a weird signing that they've made there. Hansen on a postcard. Right. Let's buy... No, let's not buy any defenders. Let's bring on a defender. We'll bring Lichtsteiner on, who can now play as a defensive centre-back, and we'll also bring Milner on in place of Guendouzi. I'll tell you what, though. Lichtsteiner's been out for a while, but he played... Where did he play against? He played a few games ago, and he had an absolutely fantastic performance. I think it was an 8 rating. He was man of the match, so hopefully he should do well today and not make any balls-ups. And hopefully that should be it. 3 minutes left, though, here. A bit worried about this being a highlight, the fact that there's 3 minutes left. Sanchez puts it to Matic. Matic to Pogba. Regani, can you get it out? Lichtsteiner. Back to Regani. Good ball up. Can Welbeck win the aerial battle? He certainly can. Lacazette. Lacazette on the edge of the box. Robin into the box. Oh, Mustafi puts it out. What's Milner doing? I don't know what Milner's doing there. Up to Higuain. Counter-attack now for Juan Mata. He's through on goal. Bad shot from Mata there. Completely wide of the post. Basically, he's on an angle. Just puts it straight. Straight at the clock. 20-3. But 93 minutes in. That should be extra time. All done. Milner now. Can he have a shot? He does. That's another corner. So we'll get one more corner. Just wasting a bit of time. But that should be it. And that's it. Full time. We've won. And got a very good victory. 1-0, we'll take that. You know, we're kind of like a United win there. But we didn't sit back. We were attacking for the whole match. And that's another 2 good results. It was a bit of a shame that we... wow, look at that. 101 million transfer budget. Not that we'll need it, though. But look at that. Lovely. A bit of a disappointing draw. But nonetheless, it was half decent. So we will be back for the Charlton game in the League Cup quarter-final. And the Liverpool game in the Premier League. So if you're looking forward to that will be tomorrow, 24 hours time on the channel at 6 PM on Monday. So if you're looking forward to that, make sure to leave a like down below, subscribe so that you get notification when the video comes out. Comment your thoughts on this video, and I'll see you guys in 24 hours for that video. Make sure on the sub box at 6 PM. See you guys later. Goodbye.